morning, guys. The critic is in the car. What's going on with you guys? So this morning we got some serious questions. When's the last day you sleep way? Me sleep way. Me wake up, go to sleep late. Must be about 12, wake up 4 o'clock, go back to sleep 2 o'clock. Just sleep way. It is mind-boggling. Nothing less than mind-boggling to sit down and think about the Granger cabal, and I get tired calling the man name. I get tired talking about them. Talking about them is like talking about shit. You understand? Why do you want to use words like that all the time? But then, reality hits home. Look at what they do while you talk about them, much as if you leave them. Then you guys holler, God help us. You understand? You gotta holler, God help us. But we there in here. What have we found ourselves in? If you leave them, and it's not Granger, this has to do with politics. If you leave politicians to run away, it's trouble. You understand? So I'm mentally exhausted and tired. I just fall to sleep. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Critic.
Yes, brother, talk to me.
I see the program, right? Good work, man.
Thanks for the words of support, brother.
Good job, man.
Cool. Thanks.
I'm glad only I get to reach you, man. I'm a businessman, and my dad is here. I get to work.
Alright, let me give you a call. You got WhatsApp?
Yeah,
You could give me, I'm more accessible on WhatsApp. If I run and read my message and them thing now, I watch my message, I will reply right away and them thing now. Call and chit chat and some is not a kind of banner. Alright. I got message you just a minute then. I can call you just now. Safe, Roger. Me's not one for chit, just for people to know. Like a lot of people call a man, call us, and I just blow a fuse till from her. Who is this? One me and another big man want talking about who is this? That's 40. What's your age, man? Who is this? I start cussing him and say, I gotta be more. I said, nice. Me and a big man talking 12 o'clock at night. Nice? What you think it is at all? Me and another big man. So how was your day? What kind of gap is that, buddy? Yes, sir. I is now one for chit chat. Me work don't afford me the opportunity for chit chat. I just got to talk to hundreds of people on a daily basis. Hundreds of people on a daily basis. I chose to use a more straightforward method, and I answer my phone every time and I return all my missed calls. Whether you call from America, you call from Russia, Germany, wherever you call from, I just call back. Right? But it gotta be prompt. I don't do chit chat. How you do? You understand? How me do me ball scratching right now? You want to come and scratch my balls? You have a scratch your balls? Yeah, right now, that's what's going on. That's how I do. I straight like that. So when I call her, I said, bye with the mud, and I take off. You understand? You should be more polite. I said 12 o'clock at night, you calling me. Big man calling me, asking me, who is this? That's no joke. It might have been a different tone of voice, but the man, who is this? I said, what is this? What the blood clot is this? This hour of the night, you just wake up and calling people you know what's the number? You understand? Me and them thing now. Just for y'all information, if y'all don't know, when you're calling me, you get straight to the point. I am so, this is what you need. You understand? Or what you could do for me. Story done. I don't talk about flowers and sunflowers and, you understand? And the petals of roses and all them things. Me ain't got time for them things now. You could go and talk to, maybe call Granger and talk to you about them things now. He's the kind of man that's talk about bridging the Essequibo River and the communities, and when you go for Garfield Granger, them is the kind of gaff he's got. You understand? He's got the kind of gaff, you know, if you're vomiting or you're shitting at the same time. I tell him all this boys that do that long, you know. Long years now. Right? One of my friends, the man said no. Now the man go for if attack they gonna know who. But the man go for do a business with them. Put the president and he went with somebody else. So on this kind of thing, the president would present would get him a something, right? They went to seek assistance from the president. The plan that bad. It's a project they're doing, you know, involve everybody and the president. The man sit down this banner and this girl and tell everybody Essequibo and how long is the bar though. The man left. This is not a joke. The man left the office of the president and met the president in the office of the president. The man left the office of the president and immediately called me as soon as he collect back his phone because he's got to leave his phone outside. And the man said, Mike, right? Because he don't call me critic. He's call me Mike. He said, Mike, or Mr. Rogers. Sometimes he said, if he try to get a point through to me, and me hear argument, he said, Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez. So he's the man called me on the phone. The man said, Mike, that man is everything you said. The man is a dotard. The man talking base trippiness. You understand? Bridging the Essequibo River and, you know, like these dreamy things. Like when Christopher Columbus come off the ship, let's cut down the bushes. I want a line straight across. I want to be able to see the Atlantic Ocean. Get me to the top of that mountain. You understand? Granger like that. Sailor, total sailor. You understand? I watching the man out. I said, something wrong with this big man, you know. This big man is not normal big man. And here what happened. And people don't realize. Because the PNC so wants power, what they did is going to find somebody that doesn't reflect them. And imagine the best they came up with is David Arthur Granger. You could imagine how this PNC fudged. How they're such a screwed up organization that to seem different. Yeah, to seem different. They had to choose David Granger to restructure well and look better and look different. They had to choose David Granger. Right? And watch what David Granger turned out to be. The PNC in one fell swoop would have reinvented itself if David Granger was a hands-on, go-get leader who went and met the people of Linden and get them hope. When the PNC won in 2015, I telling you, I driving in La Peltons and all these places and see youths in drains, cleaning the drain, things that didn't clean for 23 years. I look at this country and I saw everybody, the black, the Indian, everybody up. You understand? I want to do things. And David Granger did not capitalize on that. The people's, the people's zest just went to waste. You know? Do you guys know that when you watch what you're going in, a man drive past me? Do you know when an ambulance is passing, you pull to the left or near corner immediately and allow the ambulance to pass? You don't drive with the ambulance, you don't drive behind the ambulance. Yes, you don't hustle for drive faster than the ambulance. You pull to the left or near corner. If you're over the one side, you can't reach it over this one side, you pull to the corner and allow the ambulance to pass. I see Guyanese, them is the ambulance. Them right away when they hear siren, it's like them is the president and they move him, the siren there for clear the way for them. No, brother. take emergency services seriously. So I'm telling you about this thing. This morning, I want to tell you something. JAGDEO likely setting the PNC up again, like we do with the no confidence motion. Nigel Hughes warned them about it, and they continue to go down that path. And everybody knows JAGDEO is a cunning little boy. You understand? Very cunning boy. So I'm trying to figure out what game these people play and why JAGDEO would lead them down this road. Instead, I read a statement by him yesterday, and I don't read much his statement. Somebody bring it to my attention as a critic. You see what's going on here? Yes, sir. You see? And when I read the statement, it come to my mind, and I'm thinking this spy setting these people up again. And these people taking setup. They're expressing a level of naivety that is unbecoming. Like them know them clueless. Yes, I know there's a bit of planning and so on behind the scene. But learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. You understand? Know when to walk away and know when to run. JAGDEO is leading this couple people, and this couple people, you know, when you look at it, it's about 10 people. Everybody else run. Everybody else run. Everybody else run every day. You understand? Now I look at Sharma. I never saw Sharma standing. I saw a photograph with Sharma recently, and now I know what was the contention or the argument about the half man. No joke. I have to apologize to Nagar, because when he was arguing about half of a man, I did not know it was true. There was half of a person in parliament. It is Sharma. Half of a man. Might even be little less than half of a person. Now, I saw a photograph with the man. When you shot, but you don't open your foot, you don't stand up with your foot open, that drops your height. He's supposed to be very high. Now listen to me. This is no joke. Sharma, Minister Sharma, I met the guy once. You know, spoke well and all. He's a good guy. I mean, physically, mentally, from his utterances, I gather that he's not all there. Right? Now, if you have half a body, it's likely you have half of a brain. No. Here. There's no joke. If you have half of the body, how can you have the whole brain? Has anybody done a CT scan to see if Minister Sharma has a complete brain? Is there any black or gray area? Is there a CT scan? Can Minister Sharma do the test that Donald Trump has just done and he's highly excited about? You know, Donald Trump do a test with animals. Donald Trump said, I passed the test. I got great memory. That's it. Man, woman, radio, television, something. Right? Donald Trump said, when they asked me, I remember. And right away, I remember. People like Leonard Craig and Minister Sharma, Sharma's son. Now, he has outdone his dad. I could only imagine his dad is proud. His dad for years had people putting their head in plastic bag, having discussions like asking him how long he was an Amerindian. Sharma was a man that made people's butts laugh. Now when I tell you, not laugh to your heart fill. Laugh to the extent that you got depth on your irritation before you shit while you're laughing. Sharma was the kind of man. Everybody tune in for figure out what go on here. You understand? How long have you been an Amerindian? Y'all come vote for me and I can electrocute everybody. And these kind of things was Sharma. Now, this man has outdone his father. Yes, I could only imagine his father's proud of him. His father's proud. That is my son. That is my product. Yes, sir. He has taken stupidity to a new level. Oh, son, what have you done? Yes, sir. He and David Arthur Granger. The mother right now like, Jesus Lord. Because it's the big son, the Sharma big son. He come out a Sharma sperm. When Sharma did any full plume. He's a full shot. Sharma got another son that working with the DEA. Not the DEA. The thing, man, the energy, GEA. Right? He, alright, well educated, bright boy. Yes, I hear I think he's a PvP. I know, but how he's smart. Yes, I hear a little corrupt. But this big son, what David Granger, he is a full clip of stupidity. Remember this is Sharma big son, this is the first son. So this boy come when Sharma the ripe to you really with stupidity. Yes, sir. He sperm everything. So he's a full clip. This one Sharma is a full clip. It's the next partner carry me for meet Sharma. Right? We had a discussion. The discussion was confidential, so I can't tell y'all what the discussion was about. Nothing to affect the people, the citizens in a negative manner. Nothing to affect y'all in a negative manner. If there's something to affect, I can't keep nothing confidential from y'all that will affect y'all. Yeah, that's a certain thing. But I tell you, Sharma is a full clip. The young Sharma, when he died, he been in his heyday. They say when you die, been in your heyday. You understand? All he hair the black with stupid. He didn't have gray hair then. You understand? He is a full clip of stupid. You understand? Uncle Sharma pop one, the mother dear was young Sharma. You understand? I could only imagine by. He is run and booty head all over the place. When you got half of a brain, you can't get a regular balance as a regular human being, you know. And I must say, I apologize to Nagar, because at the time he was talking about half of the man in parliament, half man. I did not realize that there was a half person in parliament. Let me get a photograph and show y'all. Right? Let me get a photograph and show you. And even 3/4 would have passed for an argument, a rebuttal argument, to say Nagar was lying, but Nagar was talking the gospel truth. Yeah, Sharma is 2 inches short half of a man, not even a whole half. You should have taken that into consideration. When Nagar was talking, he was not speaking figuratively, he was speaking literally. That they had a half man in parliament. Yes, and not a full half. Yeah, bye. So let me get this thing for y'all. Today is a Friday. I'm going to JAGDEO, man, I don't hear from him. Well, he did issue a statement yesterday. I think he's setting up them again. And like they don't learn. Here we have now. Although here we are with the PNC. Although every dry coconut that you get is a different dry coconut. Right? Although every dry coconut that you will encounter in your life is a different dry coconut with a different shape, might have a different color. When you don't see two dry coconuts together, a dry coconut doesn't have a memory. Because of the texture of a dry coconut outside, humans don't have a memory. You can't watch a dry coconut and say, yes, I remember coconut like this. You gotta get two dry coconuts for compared to. Like how when you're watching Lampy and Pampy, you understand is what's going on. Lampy and Pampy, as much as they look different, is one lump of shit. It's not two things, you know. Lampy and Pampy looks different, right? But are particles in the same lump of shit. So, you ain't gonna get mixed up there. Right? I'm telling y'all like it is. I kid you not. If you ever see, like when you overeat too much and you chew your food properly, some particles in the shit just come out back whole. Like you can find bits of corn. You understand? Sometimes you're shitting whole rice and all kind of thing. Lampy and Pampy, when you watch it, nobody don't say, oh, there's rice or there's corn. Everybody know there's shit. Whatever come out to you is shit. Right? So when people watch Lampy and Pampy, as much as two different organisms is shit. You understand? No questions about it. It's just one lump of shit. That's what you're envisioning. That's why dry coconuts, humans don't have memory of a dry coconut because of the texture and how it looks outside, how a dry coconut looks. Right? You don't have really a memory of dry coconut. Right? So, that's what has happened. If you watch it one dry coconut, you watch the next dry coconut, you can't remember the other dry coconut how it used to be. Because you're captured by this dry coconut, you know. There's a difference with dry coconut. That's what's going on in the PNC. Every time you watch a dry coconut, once you don't see two dry coconut together, you understand? You left confused. You don't remember what the other dry coconut was like. And that is what is happening when every time one they come out and talk a different story. People can't remember. People can't remember the differentiate, the different kind of lies, the dimensions lies, the tones and all them things. All they know is lie. Every time one PNC dry coconut come out and talk something, is duh. And dry coconut is supposed to be something that brings luck. You understand? Well, here I tell you, here, let me tell you some tricks we used to do long time. It's a little troublesome by and so. You want to pick trouble with the Indian man. I know about black people, I never do them this. Right? But here we used to do, I used to work with a boss man, right? The man is a dead wicked man. And here the man do to his family members, the man is going to see a dry coconut, an old twist up spoon, them enamel plate, them enamel cup. You remember them thing always dent up and damage up at the edges and the side, right? And he sees those things and they put all in a sad bag, the market bag with the handle. Right, the half stitch bag with the handle, they put all inside and you go hang them by the building gate. We had a friend named, one name by name Papa, he cousin, you know. And me, I have to confess, me always a willing participant. Yes, and me always willing for more help. Anything for do mischief. Right? I am a willing participant. Then time a youth man. Yes, I ain't afraid of nothing, any experience, but man say, hey, what no? You gotta go and do this thing, hang this bag by the bag gate. Next day, I wake up with the bag, cause the man know where it come from. And next time, the other man, him uncle, that live in Double Road, looks like, now we used to do the thing steady. I just giving y'all sporadic stories of what happened, past experiences, right? And A banner come, a little boy come to the workshop, a new worker, a bust of dry coconut, right? The whole coconut at the time, but the coconut is shell out, not the coconut thing, the whole dry coconut. I bust it and put some bolt and nut and some inside, and put it together and wrap it in a paper and put it in a bag and get a little bit until he go and drop it by Uncle Dalip and tell David send it. David is the man of the tire shop, tire the front shop there. Right? Was me boss, man, right? So when the market thing, Uncle Dalip look card David a fight to go in there, and he says I do it. David looking for me for Uncle Dalip looking for me for slap me. Anybody you want to piss off? Let me tell you who is do a lady. The lady always come, old black lady. She always complaining to my mother, right? Or what do this and run in the yard and that kind of thing. They're real crassing type of old woman. Right? A big woman. The people have used to treat me nice, but they're just wicked. Right? But she's a crass. She's a crass. She's categorized. I categorize she as a crass. I always got some story and you know? But they treat me nice. They used to give me food to eat. Me a little bit of run all them yard and so yeah. So I was about 12 then, you know? Catch crab and give them some, like ask me climb mango tree, me there. And she always with this thing, real cultural behavior. Yes, and she had a daughter. If you see this champion by me, a little by me, watch this thing, me calculate this and what. Yes, and when me grow big enough to handle them kind of thing they say so. Yes, and me I watch the thing. Them time them even over pump yet. Anytime they even over pump me, might go berserk pump a pushy. Yes, that. Yeah. Let me watch that champion, you know? Yeah. Nice girl, but the shit name she can't keep a man. Yeah. So I tell you, here we gotta do for them people though. The Indian is dry coconut. You get them put some dry coconut or something in front of the yard to piss them off. I know a friend, he got a morning, he go and go to the market and buy a style about them Indian people. I wake up morning and find shit on the padlocks. I can't get who shit it is and who put the shit on the padlock. You don't know these people, they're easy. When people got shit, collect it and stab it for somebody padlock, you know well here. You in these you know easy characters. Right? But here what do the lady know? Right? That's where the obvious is coming. You just gotta know they believe in some stupidness. So here where you do they know I go. I mean a bad name Junior. A little black friend I had, right? But the same age, we was the same age. But when I growing up, because this is like GRANGER telling you yeah, all about over the river. Where what am I what there? Komal, where Komal Chan is live right on the turn there at Lagrange, right there. Right? We used to live, me mother to rent a house, couple houses away. They had an old gas station on the turn there before we reached Baggisville. So I used to walk at I know Uncle Kamal because I used to walk at the gas station. Summertime when school in there I used to walk at the vulcanizing shop. You understand? When I'm remember and show me how to patch wheel and all and then me I fix all them bicycle wheel. So here when we do the lady, the obia, you gotta know for work the obia for them. You got to know the obia. Once you know somebody like obia and they believe in obia, you gotta know for deal with them. So here me do. I go early night time, must be about 1 o'clock in the morning. I got Junior with me. Me and Jessa Junior, this lady's a crass. We gotta put this lady in the place. Right? That's why these acolytes want for not tell them get in line. When I piss you off, get in line. And we can tell you what's the next date for protest in front by me. Right? Get in line. Don't while up. Don't feel like I could frighten me, but yeah, I don't know me. If since 12, I depot. If they listen as early as I can remember making mischief. Say, yeah, I don't frighten me spirit. It's only now I using me skill for good use. Yes, that. My whole life I pissing people off. I got called my mother and asked me. I think the ladies vexed someday that I even born. I got asked you. Never asked you. I said, you should you want to born me in no, well, remember the smile of the good. When I was a child coming up, I was good. Nice little baby. Who would know? I would have turned into a big crass and got the whole country busy. You understand? Who would know? If me mother could have seen the future by, she'd get in a pin how long waiting with a pin for me before I born. Yes, sir. If them doctors could have figured out why it would have become everybody there with a pin, and the Norse there with a pin boring the temple, and what telling you, boring the temple. Yes, sir. The man they come and cause confusion in this country with corruption and start skinning up people and truth hurts. Yes, sir. That thing they go cast people heart for bun, boring the temple, right? I gotta ask my mom. No, but as I say again, remember I was a nice little baby, nice little red baby. Nobody knew I would have turned out to be this, a big cross to the life. So here what telling you now. So me gone downstairs, what me do? Me gone in the lady front yard with a flambeau out on the parapet. And I dig in a hole. I dig in a hole and bear 2 egg. And me tell Junior, me there with a white sheet, covered on my head with a white sheet. And me got 2 things me peep through. So and me there in the front yard, pon the road kind of with a flambeau. Right, the passageway for come out. And me tell Junior to go in the yard and knock the house post. Remember, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, everybody sleeping. I said, jam the house post. So when she hear there's a wood house, when she hear the house post jam, she peep out the window to see what's going on. And all she sees a white sheet with a flambeau lamp. You understand? And somebody digging up down there. Bye. When they go and dig up and see 2 eggshell and all, the people stop walking in the front yard. And she stopped. Well, remember now she busy trying to figure out where the hope you're coming from. So she ain't got time for complaint, tell me more than lie on me. I don't even think she was lying and all that, but I think she's a crass. You understand? She talks too much. You can't get a break, you can't thief 2 mango in peace, anything she talks. She always see, the lady always peeping out all the window. Then she peep out she window, see somebody walking over in the front yard, and she stop walking in the front yard. I think months after the lady move out the house. You understand? Somebody gonna dig for see is what did they do in there with the flambeau lamp. Next thing the lady see some eggshell, the lady stop walking in the front yard. So that's how the different counters for the Indian and the black in Guyana. Once they believe in stupidness, you understand? You get a little red rice, green rice, and you just mix it up and throw it there. Confusion them there. Oh God, is who is it come from? And remember they making wrong with everybody. So they ain't sure is who really wrong is who we put them. You understand? They don't make wrong with everybody. Who they talk lie, who name they talk. Remember they got people down bad in the mind. And they got specific people and they list who they got done more bad than anybody else. So you got a case whereas them got in them, yes, this person. This time they even do the person, not that the person don't even think about them. You got a neighbor giving you a problem, you got enough to do a little antar. Get somebody was so a little man, yes, and put a couple needle in it. And you bury it in the front yard. And then you tell a junkie. You get a junkie $500 for going to tell them, here, I see your neighbor had somebody burying something. We used to do them on Regent Street. Hey, I'm now, they got a lady, that's called a mother. She's a mother, she's doing a lobby walking thing, right? And I see the lady on the road and somebody tell me the ladies do lobby walk. So I see the lady, I get the lady a raise, I say, my auntie must, when you're there on Regent Street, come, I can give you a little help, no problem, right? Anytime you're there on Regent Street, this is my store with me there. Me place, me office been straight down the back of a passage at a vulcanization shop. Then we change it to store, then I used to sell CD, then I used to sell juice and so, right? But me always got problem defenders outside there. And all of them strongly believe in stupidness. Right? So here we just do everything the lady come at the back. Walking. Me come to the boss, she tie up her hair with a white cloth. So I come to the boss and I say, come in, auntie, come in. And me guy she sit down, she said, son, wherever you got to give me gishi. I met her, sit down, relax yourself, rest your foot as auntie. So she spend a little time, right? So when she got, remember them don't know, them vendor, they don't know is the Obi lady. She come in by me and she spend a little long. So when the lady gone, I say, auntie, anytime you're there in the area, stop in, don't be afraid to stop in. So give she a little raise. I said, don't be afraid to stop in. And them vendor don't know this are the Obi lady. Right? And she gone in by Redman, and Miss Carmen, she gone in by Redman and she spent a long day. Right? Now, yeah. She gone in and spent long and now when the lady gone, me come out back. Me take kite paper because it's supposed to get red lavender, right? But remember that on kicks. Me take kite paper, red kite paper, soak it in water, get to my bottle, bowl the top of the bottle, me come out back and sprinkle thing. As soon as the lady got me, I start sprinkle and hum a different song. You understand? I'll never offender watch me so. The boy is walking serious up, yo. And he laugh anytime that day, right? Business bad. It's confusion with them. Next day they're washing down the place with lime. Wash down the place with lime. The boy walk up, yo. You understand? You remember you ain't know what day and what day business go bad. But if a bad day business fall at the same day, will you come out doing the lantern bad time? There's confusion with them. Big conference next day. And they watch me so, they watch me strong. They move down the style. This time all me interested in me, even if you give your work back, you hope you. All me interested is you move your style from in front of me business. That's all I'm interested in. Yes, sir. I want you to move out from in front of me business. Cause here what is getting me put me nerves. With poor people and hungry belly people and low life people, you gotta listen to the conversation. I like me, I only studying development, how I could get what I could do for you or you do for me. That's it. You got hear hungry belly people get. Joel, you hear what happened to the one? You know they coming to she, the man, they looking at she long and it. This is what young and the restless. This is what really going on. Yes, sir. Me ain't got time for discuss you problem. No. Me ain't interested in you problem. I have no time or interest in discussing your problem. Period. You understand? So that's get me for me nerves. Because remember that they're just in front of me storefront. And when I pass a hearing you attacking this ignorance, knowing this is hungry belly people, you know. Knowing this is low. You got here. When you die in a situation, and hungry belly and low life is a but a man get shoot the other day. Not yesterday. A man get shoot the other day, big businessman. I categorize him as a low life. You guys see his attitude. But then he shoot a man out of a coconut tree. You guys imagine a man in a coconut tree. You and he there in your yard. But you ain't got a coconut grove. You ain't got coconut walk. You don't make money off a coconut. You just drink Black Label. You just drink Black Label, $18,000 Black Label. You understand? You pay a little girl for them with them. But you go shoot a man out of a coconut tree because he come and pick up a coconut. That's hungry belly and low life. Yeah, why not get shoot and kill your day? Lang. So hungry belly ain't got nothing to do with race. And all this thing, hungry belly is an attitude, low life is an attitude. You understand? Good. So, I'm telling y'all, you gotta know how for. You gotta know how this morning is court with Lowenfield. I don't think Lowenfield will go to court. And Lowenfield got a red jumpsuit. Let me go straight into Barrett JAGDEO setting up the PNC cabal again. Right? Yeah, so I tell you, when you think your neighbor, if you got any problem with your neighbor, you just got to know that your neighbor like Obi and believe in shippiness. $450,000 bail for Lowenfield today. We can call Josh just now. As soon as Josh come out of the court, we gonna get a live. We gonna get we can call Josh and we can hear what you guys say. Let me tell you one thing. Yeah, bro, as soon as you come out of the court, give me an update as to what happened with Lowenfield and if he wear orange jumpsuit, he has already prepared for prison already. Safe. He came out long, call him. Okay. Josh. I forget.
Critic.
Hi, brother. Give me an update. I'm on my live. Give me an update. What's going on?
Well, as of today, Mr. Lowenfield was placed on $450,000 bail. We were expected to return on August the 14th and September 11th to produce our evidence.
Is it?
Against him.
So, there is a case?
There is a case, sir.
Roger. Tell me something. It's $450,000 $100,000 on each count or for all? It's 3 charges he get.
So he has 3 charges.
And all come up to $450,000 bill.
Right.
Raja.
Right. He's encompassed with 5. I don't even know if they're mediocre, but 5 lawyers. And it's basically a charade of ignorance.
Wow.
So it's not going to get anywhere. He's going to be charged. I'm confident with my lawyers, Glenn Hanneman, Mark Conway.
No. Can I, Josh, you made a error there. He's not going to be charged. He has been charged. He's going to be convicted. Once the magistrates see it fit that there's enough of a case, and remember, we have CCJ's rulings, which put aside, they were not asked to find if what he did was fraud. But the main fact that they put it aside, that is fraud. So we have the Chief Justice rulings, we got CCJ rulings, so he's on his way to jail.
SOPs, etc.
Yes.
So my charges are conspiracy to commit fraud. And today proves that conspiracy because as we were exiting the court, there was a protest. There was about 50 to 60 persons protesting in front there for Mr. Lowenfield in their AP and UFC jerseys. Right? So it just proves that Mr. Lowenfield has been working hand in hand
with the PNC.
With the AP and UFC.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Safe, buddy. Thanks for the update. We'll talk later.
No problem. Good catch.
So directly from Josh Kanai, and Josh is one of the individuals who brought charges, private criminal charges against Lowenfield. He's on bail. And you can safely say he's on bail and on his way to jail, yeah. I guess I was singing, you know. I could sing. But no, I'm gonna try that because if people say I gotta sing for your food, I get end up hungry. But I could do with losing some weight. I'm 20 pounds overweight. My BMI showed that I'm 20 pounds overweight. You understand? If you never been on a weight loss program, that what caused you for lose weight? Jesus, man. Lowenfield go lose weight. Let me hear from one of the other individuals. And this is a PBP man, and this is the man who took me to the PBP in the first place. I'm like, you know, it's clear with y'all with them thing now. You understand? This is the man who introduced me to the PBP. When they try to indoctrinate me as a member thing, and then they realize people like me now, you need people who could shut them out. You can't get people who talk out everything. You understand? For be a part of nothing. So let me call Desmond Morian. He's one of the other plaintiffs. Yes, Maury, here was the situation. I am on my morning live and I want an update as to the case with Lowenfield from your point of view. Huh? You just? Okay, here, no. I need an update. I need an update. I want you to listen to me clear. I just want you to give me a rundown of what happened at the court this morning and from your point of view. You're writing Art, I can call you just now. Alright. Okay, you're writing a motorcycle. So you get a critic hello so to your Canadian followers. Critics say hello to your. When I say hello is to everybody. Lowenfield placing $400,000 bail. Raj, I saw this morning on the news Lowenfield went to court again this morning. Nobody went to court before saying, yo, Lo, you went to court. Lolo, somebody said Lolo went to court. Let me run the WhatsApp messages. Wow. You see why I got run my WhatsApp message. I know this thing all the time. And the people send me, I'm missing out Lowenfield the court. No, why you going wrong there for? And he and all the PNC acolytes protesting. And they say, why you want critic? Protest he too. Yes, sir. And I got to do anti-banter work for them. Next thing rain fall and everybody get cool and you would have, hey, critic, you do a thing, boy. Critic, you do something, you sprinkle something, and next thing all we get cool. And they forget that when it ain't rain, when it ain't sun and rain just catch cold, they say I walk over on them. There's a next protest. I gotta set up a page for protest. And you got different days where you could come and protest. You could pay $500 and be like at the back of the line. You could pay $1,000, you could be in front. We would supply you with the writing, the words, what to say, because none of them know what to say sometimes. Like catchy phrases, we would supply you with that. We could do a business out of this protesting. We could make a money from this thing. Yeah. People just get up just and start protest. And we can give all the money to charity. It's a critic. When is your next protest? When you got your next protest? You understand? Everybody there. Who gonna think? Who gonna be about today? Brooms? You understand? Who gonna be about today? Boy, a pit limb. Let me run. Good morning, Bacchanal, the High Court. Bacchanal, they ain't no Bacchanal there. When you get charged, you done up on bail, they ain't no Bacchanal. Stop talking about shit now. Girl, you like you I cuss you, girl. You I cuss you. Sham is deceased, dead, and what he doing in cemetery, squatting. So let me read this thing with Bar. Yeah, what the thing is? This man is a wicked man. What this thing is, sir? So there was indeed a half of a person. Watch, them is two regular height lady, right? Right, these is two regular height citizens. And watch at Sharma height. And the man is standing flat on the ground, on her shoes with heel. So this was the half person that Uncle Nagar is talking about. This is where the man meet you standing. And the nurse behind he. She's watching. But when he sits in a chair, he looks normal. That means the upper half of his body is normal. Is his legs are short? But something is wrong with his brain too. He's half of a man. Yes, he's about this tall. And his brain, something's wrong with his body's brain. No, I gotta, listen to me, y'all know I be fair and I be honest. I had to, when I hear Nagar talking about half man and 65, 32 and 33 is not 65, you gotta get half more. I can't get who they're talking about. This time, look what the time is Sharma. The man is, look, listen to me. These are two normal, regular height Guyanese. Right? These lady wearing flat shoes. Watch. Flat shoes, right? Now look at in between there. You buy got a shoe with a heel that gives them some height. Yes, sir. Now I'm asking myself, if we're going to have proportional representation of the body, if he's half a person, does he have a whole brain? Because remember, having a whole brain and half of a body would be more than adequate to operate effectively. How is the man operating like this? Hello, good morning. Hello? Instant block because you're stupid. 9147. I gotta start calling them number for them stupid people. Why's the calling the stupid? You instant block. Yeah. No, Marless. If I lie, y'all tell me a lie. Why y'all laughing is a serious matter. The Prime Minister of this country and an esteemed lawyer came and spoke about Parliament and the no confidence motion and how half, and I always wanted to know, how do you end up with half of a man? Now look at this man, I never saw the man standing before. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic. How are you?
Can't complain, talk to me.
Okay, seriously. He's a midget. And yes, he does have a full brain. They just usually have full break. Hello?
Sweetheart, is that a question? No, you bringing it to question. You are bringing the question. Your brain too, sweetheart. If you go come and answer what that, it will make sense. You realize I deposit in this. Oh man, don't do me though.
His bottom half, everything like he has, because his, his private parts and everything may be halfway.
Good morning, madam, and have a nice day.
You too.
Oh God. Oh boy, oh. Me talk about the bad brain, you know. Yes, I know the poor boy when you're going to be watching for truth, boy. This thing really smile. How's that? When you watch it, dog, right? When you watch it, I'm not you really want to. I like me, it's like, when you watch it and you facial expression like, yeah, sad. This is what the pinky of the brain. Like Dr. Doom. Nah, let me get down to serious business. I think JAGDEO is setting up Yes. That's why the man see GRANGER as the father. Yes. The man said the only father he knew is President GRANGER. Hello, good morning.
Stan, can we not call Glenn to find out what was his status in court this morning?
Call what?
Glenn Hanneman, to see if he give us an update what happened in court this morning with
You heard from the defendant, one of the defendants, Josh Kanai. What happened? When you go to when you go to a case like this, it's not a story. There is no story. You go to the court, charges are laid before you by the magistrate, and arguments on bail, reason for bail. I don't think they would have much argument for reason for bail for Keith Lowenfield, knowing that he needs to be on the road to make declaration and present report to the CEO of GCOM. You understand? To the chairperson.
Pretty much he's been charged then.
He has been charged and he has been placed on $400,000 bail. Collectively for all the different charges. I think he's gotten 3 charges. Right? Now, there's no case. The case begins or nothing major happened today. He presented himself to the court. The magistrate will say, you are Keith Lowenfield, you're charged with this. You understand? And then Raja should explain to you whether it's an indictable charge or whatever, the details of the charges. And then she tells you, she asks the prosecutor if he has anything against bail. Obviously, the prosecutor, you can got the man locked off in jail and we got things for you. You understand?
Quickly for you.
Yeah.
Now how he's been charged and prosecuted, or he's going to get prosecuted, is he still eligible to make a decision on the results, providing...
Well, you're innocent until proven guilty. That's the first thing. I do not know if there are any laws that suggest if anybody's before the court, person like this. It should be, because you can't be before the court for a big fraud and you're still asked to do legitimate things. You understand? So there has to be something there. How the respondents are going to deal with it, the plaintiffs are going to deal with it. There's a different situation, a different kettle of fish. Because same time we want declaration. But what I can tell you, in the magistrate court, this court case got action. Here why. When the fraud case is presented, now the plaintiffs their lawyers has to present their case. And in presenting their case, they're saying that Keith Lowenfield is a part of a fraud, right? Or committed a fraud and supported the fraud of Mingo. Right? No. Here laugh. The only way that Keith Lowenfield could prove himself that it was not a fraud is by producing the SOPs. So that way the trick there. That belly walk. You understand? They gonna run when the magistrate. Here where this case going up. When the magistrate go for ask for the evidence, and then gonna run to the High Court, and there's gonna be confusion, there's gonna be back and forth. Because he has to present his SOPs. That is the only evidence he has. You understand? When the plaintiffs put forward their SOPs and say, here, these are the copies we get, and this is how we know he fraud, he has to say, no. These are the original documents, and they're not. And he can't say that. Because if he brings something with a different number from the factual numbers, that is more jail you get. In terms of presenting fake documents to a court as evidence.
Okay, that's one. And here we're going to ask the next thing. So what's happening in the appeal court now with those guys?
Nothing is happening. On Saturday, the appeal court, the hearing will begin. And they will be listening. Obviously, the PNC will be making their submissions. The PPP will be making their submissions. You're going to make submissions. The judges, obviously that's going to happen in a day, since all these cases happen in one day and then next day present. Because the court, yes, the APNU, the PNC, they call them APNU anymore. They don't show all the cards, right? They show all the cards and now they're playing back the 4 jacks, right? You're supposed to take out the 2 jack. You're supposed to take out the 2 jack and tear it up, and them man play the cards and they're playing the jacks now. And come in the game and say, here, jack, let's play. Why do you believe here? Them man put forward a case of cards and say, why would the manufacturer even put 2 jacks in the pack if it wasn't meant to be used? You understand? No joke. The PNC bad like that. Them banner don't play. I got great respect for them banner. Listen to me. A man put a post at time that taking back your ex is like trying to put back shit in your body. You understand? And the PNCs do it. The PNC put back shit in their body. They ain't got time. Them banners are serious banner. You understand? Yeah, take care with that. I'm trying. When I say, who could come with the idea for say that when you take back your ex is like trying to put shit back in your ass? You understand? Hello? Roger that, safe. Hey bro, we're going like you sound like you don't wake up. Okay. You got call Glenn and find out this was the crux of the case. What happened with Lowenfield this morning? You able Lowenfield? Okay. No, but you still gotta get an interview for me if I get the understanding the facts, right? You got your number? Glenn Hanneman. Oh, I see, buddy. Cool. Roger. Yes. So here what I tell you was this setup with this banner JAGDEO. Let me show you what you see here. In a statement, after the PNC issued a statement, right? Here what JAGDEO say. I'm going to read the whole statement. Here are the ND statements. So you could go to the page and read them. If Granger and his band of riggers believe that they can continue to hang on to the office after the declaration has been made. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Critic.
Yes, brother.
Leave the black man alone.
Not the 40 years, though, man. We're really right with it. If you're talking with black people and you're talking, is a difference. Well, you gotta leave the black man alone. You can't do that. It has a funny tone to it. You can't use terms loosely like that. If you are listening, those songs are bad when I talk it. When you attack the thing, don't do that. Even if you're black, don't talk that way. If Granger and his band of riggers believe that they can continue, and this is in reference to Granger, President Harman saying that they wouldn't accept the recount results. President Harman said that. Right? You know, right? The PNC has presidents for every county. The 3 counties, Demerara, Essequibo, and Berbice. And soon, when they reinstall themselves, they will have presidents for 10 regions. For every region will have its own president. Right? So, yeah. If PNC was a boat, the passengers would have been captains. And there were only one. Listen to me. This is no joke. If the PNC was a boat that moving people, all the passengers would have been captains and there would have been only one person listed as passenger. Yeah. So there's work. If you don't know what is categorized as mass confusion, I can't help it, man. Oh God, I tell you, I like to tell you the truth. So here, let me read out the whole statement before I take it out of context. In a statement issued yesterday, the APNU, and this is yesterday, JAGDEO issued a statement upon what APNU issued the day before. In a statement issued yesterday, the APNU AFC said that it will not be accepting any declaration based on the figures derived from the national recount. This is clear. This in clear defiance of the international community, the Chief Justice, the CCJ, and GCOM, who have all made it clear that any declaration has to be made on the basis of figures from the recount. And also in contrast to the early statement by President Granger that he will accept any declaration made by GCOM. No one should be surprised at the PNC, which Granger leads, and which is essentially the APNU AFC, which is essentially the APNU AFC, has a history of not accepting the results of every election that they have lost since 1992. What we have to do now is to work to ensure that we have a declaration that is reflective of the will of the people, and only one that is derived from the figures generated by the national recount can produce such an outcome. If Granger and his band of riggers believe that they can continue to hang on to office after the declaration has been made, then they are living in a fool's world. You have to ask yourself, if JAGDEO, knowing JAGDEO, Nigel warned them, but this man already. Knowing JAGDEO, you have to ask yourself, are they being led into another trap? Like he led them into the no confidence motion. And they have to ask themselves that. Their supporters have to ask themselves that. They had this overwhelming confidence that every day would be around. Bam! No confidence motion here. You understand? So I continue. If the international community was prepared to condone and levy sanctions against, condemn and levy sanctions against people who are trying to undermine democracy, even before the declaration, Yeah, I gotta listen to this tone what JAGDEO saying. JAGDEO always planning something. You understand? If the international community, listen to this carefully, was prepared to condemn and levy sanctions against people who are trying to undermine democracy even before the declaration, just imagine the consequences the riggers will face if they refuse to leave office after the declaration. Essentially staging a coup d'etat. Right? Nevertheless, but I gotta get glasses. Needless to say, such a move will be met by fierce resistance by the PPP and other forces fighting for democracy. I therefore urge Guyanese. Shut your mouth. I therefore urge Guyanese at this stage not to be concerned about whether they will accept the declaration or not, as we will cross that bridge when we get there. The consequences for GRANGER and the APNU at this time will be, as alluded by the Secretary General of OAS, democracy or abyss. Wow. So JAGDEO knows something, and them buys calculating. Some game. Chief Election Officer Lowenfield made his first court appearance today at the Georgetown Magistrate Court in relation to the private criminal charges filed against him. He should not get bail. This is a serious matter, fraud to steal a whole election. Some people don't understand how this thing has worked. They put you in jail and what we end up with. You gotta do your work out now. So, I want you to listen to a voice note that I received yesterday, and it becomes worrying. This is a I want you to listen to this voice note.
Hello, good morning. So, I just want to share this with you. It's to say that I just hope that we could move forward and not backward. Because here's this. So I heard today that they were sharing vouchers. That's the message we got, that they were sharing vouchers at Mr. Granger's residence. So I got and I went there. When I got to the place, the residence, they had this line outside. Well, I am someone who know about the Burnham era, so it brought back a lot of memories. Right? There was this line outside in the sun. That house has a shade, and yet there was a line outside in the sun. So we stood there for about half an hour, or a little less than half an hour. And then somebody came out and said to us, as a matter of fact, one of the persons who was in front of the line went in to find out what was going on. Then she came out back and she said, the forms are finished, so you people need to go home, and then we will inform you when it will be available again. And indeed, that brought back a lot of memories when you had to stand in line for items, kerosene, oil, food stuff. And then when you got up to the line, then it was finished. I just hope and pray that we do not have to go back to that age. And I just want to say thank you for the job that you're doing. And I trust that Guyanese will open their eyes and see that we all need to work together to move forward and not backward.
Now you guys heard that? You guys heard that clearly? Granger was sharing out vouchers by his house. Vouchers. Granger had a line in front of his house. People standing in the sun. I'll play it one more time for you. I want you to listen to this thing. What this lady is very positive. Granger yesterday had a line in front of his house. People waiting for a voucher. Only to be told that the voucher run out. What kind of thing is this? The president run out a voucher? You ever hear anything like that? Nobody can go fast and come and bring more vouchers for ensure that the people who are there get. The lady said she need son, so obviously it's not because I get it 12 o'clock. So since morning she thought, I want you to listen to this thing again carefully. Listen to what this woman is saying. Just seeing what's going on by Granger, the lady getting in her head. And I know this lady. All I can say, she's an honest woman. I even want to start saying what's your affiliation. Because like heart go burn. When your own people talking so about you, it is worrying. She's just being honest about what she see. And just seeing the stand up, you imagine somebody the president house line up. And then see the president, you just know that this is the president house. Yes, I never said the president come out and meet everybody and talk to them, rub their shoulders. I want you to listen to it again. This is the reality. Right now.
Hello, good morning. So, I just want to share this with you. It's to say that I just hope that we could move forward and not backward. Because here's this. So I heard today that they were sharing vouchers. That's the message we got.
This is yesterday, she time out.
At Mr. Granger's residence. So I got and I went there. When I got to the residence, they had this line outside. Well, I am someone who know about the Burnham era, so it brought back a lot of memories. Right? There was this line outside in the sun. That house has a shed, and yet there was a line outside in the sun. So we stood there for about half an hour, or a little less than half an hour. And then somebody came out and said to us, as a matter of fact, one of the persons who was in front of the line went in to find out what was going on. Then she came out back and she said, the forms are finished. So you people need to go home, and then we will inform you when it will be available again. And indeed, that brought back a lot of memories when you had to stand in line for items, Carew, oil, food stuff. And then when you got up to the line, then it was finished. I just hope and pray that we do not have to go back to that age. And I just want to say thank you for the job that you're doing. And I trust that Guyanese will open their eyes and see that we all need to work together to move forward and not backward.
Now that was a voice note sent to me yesterday from one of my supporters. She's not Indian, by the way. Because everybody wants to start pulling out different cards. The thing is, we as Guyanese are expressing a very high level of naivety because it comes on so subtly. The Granger method has come on so calmly, we fail to recognize that we are frogs in hot water. It brought back memories. And the person is saying, the woman is saying, I'm hoping we're not going back. That is to have faith in your heart and hope for better for this country. But you want me to tell you the reality of it? You're standing in a line in front of a president's house to be told that you gotta come back again, they gotta get on to you. We ain't going back. We are already back. We are there. It's not your grandmother telling you a story about Barnum days. It's people standing in front Granger house, reliving Barnum days. It is here. That's the funny thing. Here I'm not. We sit so long. We sit so long. We'll calculate it might can't be real. But if you were standing there in the sun, in front of the president's house, to be told that they run out of vouchers, what do you think going on? We ain't going back to the Barnum days. We are in the Barnum days. There's a reality. It was a real sun bunny yesterday. It was a real line you seen. You were in front of the president's house. We ain't going back to nothing. That is deja vu. That's it. You are in the new reality. Me? Even when I go for share food and me want to line up, me want to see certain thing. I don't even allow people to tell me thanks. Because people ask me for going to give these people things. And we are not lords and ladies. We want people bowing to, we are washing we foot with milk. I find so much joy in serving. So, that woman has a good heart. But she realized it ain't coming. It is here. You stood yesterday in the sun in front of the president's house to be told the thing done. It is a reality. Y'all fathom what is going on? Y'all want to play it one more time? Y'all want to play it one more time? 3 times the charm. You want to play it one more time for getting your head? Listen to this thing. Because of her nice tone, it sounds so nice. And she was honest. Let me play it one more time.
Hello, good morning. So, I just want to share this with you. It's to say that I just hope that we could move forward and not backward. Because here's this. So I heard today that they were sharing vouchers. That's the message we got, that they were sharing vouchers at Mr. Granger's residence. So I got and I went there. When I got to the place, the residence, they had this line outside. Well, I am someone who know about the Burnham era. So it brought back a lot of memories. Right? There was this line outside in the sun. That house has a shed, and yet there was a line outside in the sun. So we stood there for about half an hour, or a little less than half an hour. And then somebody came out and said to us, as a matter of fact, one of the persons who was in front of the line went in to find out what was going on. Then she came out back and she said, the forms are finished. So you people need to go home, and then we will inform you when it will be available again. And indeed, that brought back a lot of memories when you had to stand in line for items, kerosene, oil, food stuff. And then when you got up to the line, then it was finished. I just hope and pray that we do not have to go back to that age. And I just want to say thank you for the job that you're doing. And I trust that Guyanese will open their eyes and see that we all need to work together to move forward and not backward.
What does moving forward mean at this time? That's the reality we're in today. And you have people who are followers and supporters of these people still have hope. They have come on to us subtly. I want to ask, and in my header, let me look at my header. My header is what I have in my thoughts in the morning. So that's be the head of the story, right? The head of my life. Let me see what I put this morning. I want to ask Granger, what is he going to run? The international community doesn't support you. Nobody is supporting you. Imagine Venezuela by you support them on this. My uncle used to critic who pay for the vouchers. I remember being in the line when I was like 8 years. No, man. Good morning to you. Good morning. Just past the house. Somebody please get a photograph of people lined up outside Granger House, man. There's some people lined up outside Granger House again this morning. Forget voucher. Somebody please send a photograph to me. When you're passing up on the East Bank looking at Pearl, and get a photograph for me, please. I seeing good and then sometimes me seeing good just to try. I gotta get me eyes tested. Oh, we can do this work if I can't see these crosses. I got a bright forget these man. My teeth in a wicked. You understand? You can't play no game with these hungry bellies by. These are no regular people. It seems like we politicians kleptomaniacs. They might thief anything. They might try to take off somebody's panty with a got on while you got on the panty. Them band isn't easy thief, man. You imagine trying to pull off a panty. Them band is easy. Or a buckler while somebody got it on. If it happened in the line, is a different story. We politicians have a different set of people. You gotta watch them.
In a statement issued yesterday, the APNU plus AFC said that it will not be accepting any declaration.
Oh, this is the audio file. Okay, critic you better than the press. Critic you better than then. Let's do more than that. When we went to St. Court, was there example like telling watch me, man, but line up in front of me, getting people to think that they go line and thank you, and like they was thinking for those ceremonies. I say, hey, I don't dine them thing now. The people them send me for deliver this thing to y'all, and you stand at the here you calculate. You gotta remember people stand up in the line. They calculate, they done their bad. So they calculate, oh God, I'm gonna cook this and I don't want them kind of thing for me. Me want them thing for me. Me want them crosses, people pray, people watch, oh God. Like I some save, I come, I do me work along, get your thing and go along your way, man. Me want prolong your agony. I come here for get your thing for done your agony. Collect your thing and go, man. Can't have people line like you got to take down to the construction. When people come in, you planning your thing. It's voucher. ID card name, quick. Sign up ID is a voucher, you gotta go along your way, right? ID card name, quick. Quick. Processing people. ID card, name, ID card. Sign up. People are here. You got watch. Or the lady who sent the message. The lady in and nobody. But the circumstances created in the country put you in this situation. I'm begging you for nothing, you nobody. The first thing, Granger's not supposed to be there. Right now, Granger's not supposed to be president. Air Finale there, sharing more, Air Finale sharing 200,000 masks. You imagine the president, the government of Guyana shares so much masks? Louis said the man playing politics. Louis said he don't like people, he's just playing, so. Want the Granger, we got the people money in his hand. Want to all the schools. Why at Granger House you're sharing these vouchers? It's Burnham days we got him back to. For sure that really you doing something. You got ministry, you got all them schools share voucher. You understand? Set up a tent and people come in every community. Granger House. Gotta go Granger House. This is Granger. David Arthur Granger. People line up in the sun. Yes, sir. You get it for the president. Prezi. This is the reality of where we're in. People are agonizing. People are stressed out. People need help. You can't prolong these people agony. You're even supposed to be there. If you wasn't there, we got no problem. Is you drive a whole land and still can't manage. And I'm asking, let me go to my header. Let me go to my header for you. And the question I asked David Granger this morning. I can't remember the question I asked you. But what is he going to run? The international community don't support you. You get no money from IMF, IDB. Business is going to go to shit. People ain't buying stuff, so VAT and everything else going to shit. Sanctions are going to create a whole different atmosphere of discomfort for Guyanese. All Guyanese, by the way. All Guyanese. I'm a critic. Everybody again. I say yes. Everybody needs to know the effects of having not said anything. Everybody needs to stand up. Yes, sir. Everybody needs to stand up. At some point in time, you gotta stand up and say, yo, this is wrong. We can be scuttling. Well, it might be good that we eat more greens and all them things though. Black portion in place, people can start planting, grow more, gonna take off like mad. You understand? We start growing more in the thing. But these people are not entrepreneurs. They can't see into the future and they're not empathetic. They ain't got empathy. Why want I, as the president, need to sign off something? I need to sign off something. If as a president sign off something, everybody all over the country gonna get vouchers. Not for nobody come to collect voucher by me house. That's madness. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, morning.
Talk to me.
I call you for, I know there's not a program about this, but that's when you go up on the East Bank. When you pass the line, you go up on your left hand side. You got a big hole there, deep about 12 inch to 18 inch deep. Middle of the road, if a motorbike might fall and they dead right there, you're not accident, it's done there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Alright.
And a second concern, just go to the house and take out people picture 6, 7 body going to everybody else and take out picture where they ain't driving everybody else with it farm where they full up a G come.
No.
And share out household.
Power more important than feeding the people. It's sure, it's evident. That's what they get skinned up with. They had a big program. They find money for the big program, yes. 3, 4 people. Scrutineers, this, that. As you said, sometimes in cases, 5, 6 people. They pay people. Yes, and go. And now, them got a whole different program. Because here was the thing. Here why you gotta go house to house to help people. You do not know, you can't help at different places. You do not know. If you write them on paper and somebody go by Granger now and collect a voucher, and then they go by somewhere else and collect a voucher once they go with the ID card, you understand? It ain't computerized.
Yeah.
So you need to go to people's house.
Exactly.
So now you come to we come to your house.
Good.
You understand?
Jones, all right.
Roger, we take down the lot and so, we know we deal with all these people.
Yeah, you got the paper printed out, sign it, Harry, collect this thing, John, Jones, Mary, whoever, and sign
Yes. No, but they're interested in that, like you understand? When a president,
You know, all of these right motorbike, let's see how the market full of the whole.
No, that's a must, that's a must. Although we got issues, and some, you think some issues are bigger, but I'm telling you, it would really piss me off that somebody fall in the hole and get accident and dead. That is not nice.
When you're going up, to the pass the SL up on the left, when you're going up, middle of the road, this hole is about 18 inches deep.
What you talking about?
Huh?
When you left the traffic light by the back road there?
No. DDL, when you're going up, but
Oh,
when you're going around the second turn, you know, he's riding motorbike hard.
Roger, I'm going to try to get somebody from the Ministry of Infrastructure for go and look it after quick.
Middle of the road, by the hole, must be about 18 to 19, by 18 inch deep.
Alright, I'm going set it up, don't worry. So if anybody from the Ministry of Infrastructure right by Diamond there, they got a hole in the middle of the road and it is indeed dangerous. A man fall. But here we gotta remember. And why you gotta put your best foot forward when you're servants of the people. Now, when you talk about a bike man accident, you say, oh, then why am I right out about the place? But that bike man that day might be a big man. You riding home from work. The boss man running on the road, running off, and he hit the holy fall down. He got grandchildren for look after. He got wife for look after. He got people dependent on him. Remember, you seeing it as a whole on the road. And because of we short-sightedness as human beings, you don't look into the future. That a hole on the road kills a man in an accident, an honest man, a genuine man. He's the security for somebody. He creates a certain level of peace for somebody. So he's a security guard. Let me see the man as a security guard. And look at this thing holistically. So he is the father that educated so much children. He's the security, might be for a minister. And he creates security for that minister. He creates a comfort in that man's heart. Or even if it's a regular citizen. Right? Then he is the husband of a wife. He takes care of his grandchildren. While you must have give them voucher, this man taking care of them. But you, on the other hand, did not take care of the roads that afford an opportunity for a safe life. You understand? So when you go in and you hustling for go and fix this road, you mustn't go hustling because somebody call you. When you see these things, when you see holes on the road, when you see jobs that you supposed to do it. When you see the lights there, but they ain't working. You must take pride in getting these things started because the light have a purpose. Infrastructure has a purpose. Everything in life has a purpose. When you see this whole, you calculate how much people got affected. How the family go eat, how this gonna happen, how that gonna happen. So I'm hoping people who do these jobs and are servants to the people, even if you don't consider yourself a servant, some people are just become so powerful when they get a position and the money excites them. They forget as to what they have to do. I think people get too much. I think you should get benefits based on your productivity. Guyanese civil servants get too much money. Healthcare package and these kind of thing that comes after. Not money. You get them money, they drink sport, they enjoy themselves, they come into work with a hangover, can't even perform properly. No. You get good healthcare package, you get good living facilities and all these kind of things. You have to perform to get. And that is the system we have to get here. There's like police in America. You got packages, anything wrong with you, your family, you got study. You will be taken care of. You understand? It's very important. So they gotta go, you're gonna fix the hole on the road. You're gonna fix the hole on the road. A man dropping the hole, you don't know what are the after effects, how it affects families, how it affects lives. Look at the youth man we get murdered yesterday. Young banner, full of life and zest. You understand? Get shot in middle road. Young banner, full of life and zest. Honest, genuine banner. Somebody I know personally when he work up. And imagine me and this man meet up 2 times in 3 years. 2 times in 3 years that his workers get killed. 2 times in 3 years for doing honest business. We got up we game. This is one fudged up society. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. Man, me head out here, man. Me never fucking talking, man. I'm done tired, Ross. I need a week for myself. I got work for doing.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, brother. Guyanese Critic returning a missed call.
Critic, yeah, brother. I was trying to get you earlier. You know, I was driving down. Yeah. I hear you clear.
You was driving down where? You just speak, I hearing you.
I was driving down High Street yesterday, right? And I was passing the building that used to be the old GBC. Remember?
Only day before yesterday I passed and see the building and watching it. Millions left up there, boy.
But hundreds of millions of dollars were spent on that building. But forget all of that. This government now went to spend over $1.something billion on a private building.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You see how on a daily basis we're being sharp in this country?
What I want you to know, I want you to recognize it under every government and realize the problems is not consecutive government but politicians, and we have to hold them accountable. Just remember that, brother.
Yeah, because the building would have hundreds of millions of dollars would have spent during PPP time on that test building.
Here. I got to call you back. Something going down. A man calling me here 2 times. Something going down. Yeah, talk to me.
Where then?
Down.
Oh, because the major called me and said,
In the area there? No. Give me the facts. Head in there right away. Thanks for the update. No. If she tell you what she gonna call you for tell you there. Safe. It not gonna take nothing out to me for flying there fast and see. Roger that. Safe. Oh shit, boy. Jesus Christ. We just continue to kill. each other. I get a report of a next murder. Oh, Jesus Christ, boy. Why are we so angry? Why we can't, you know? Oh, God. Life is not worth. If you don't have value for other people's lives, how you could have anything, how you could be anything. Life is not worth anything for some people. It's just like crazy. Look, let me go recollect myself. I got a report. I just got a report of another murder. I know is what's going on. I will bring the update to you as I get it. I go in and verify, and I will come from there to you live, right? I need to cool my head. Watch. These people got weak. Watch it. These people got weak. This man get knocked down and dead. Right here. The people ask me for come and interview them. I'll come and interview the family a little later. These people got weak. The man get knocked down and dead in front of the house. You know, we got care. We got like me. And I must commend the commander for this division. The commander has taken a stance as it relates to people with tint on the windscreen. And I can tell you, it is across the board. Everybody, whether you're big by whoever you be, it is across the board, right? He has taken that stance because he's got tint on the windscreen and it blurs your vision, right? But recognize the road speed. Look out for animals. You know, so he's driving on the road like a dog is nothing. No. That dog is somebody's pet. And people with more empathy, people that got a little more human in them than you, loves that dog. Yes, and somebody likes that dog. Right? And funny enough, people want to know what liking and showing care for an animal has to do with humans. Well, my brother, I could tell you, if you can't show care for a simple thing as an animal, yes, for the simpler form of life, dumb animals, you can't show care for nothing. You can't show care for nothing. Because I could safely say, there is little that a dog could do to anger you or piss you off. Little. Yes, but a human being could piss you off every minute of the day. Whether it's your children, your wife, or whoever. What can a dumb animal do to you? And if you don't have the understanding, the level of understanding to see, you know, a dumb animal and have empathy, you know, have care for something that can't take care of itself. You see a dog, a little scratty, they just scratty dog, any dog. You develop that because you in tune when you're so angry that everything you want to hurt, you understand, you end up hurting yourself. Because a mind that only thinks about pain and causing pain and harm and hurt to others is going to hurt, is in tune hurting itself. Human beings were not meant to be that way. You understand? And although in the past we were so barbaric, we are now going into the 21st century. I think that's the problem with the PNC government, the PNC cabal. They really got empathy, they really got feelings. If they had feelings, they would have felt the people's pain. And they would have done all that it took to take away that pain and anguish from the people, because they're in the position. And that is the worry. One asks oneself, why? Why you can't do things like the president sharing out voucher by house? People go, you had election, you go straight across the country, and you was willing to do house-to-house registration, but now you're not willing to go house-to-house to help the people that are in most need, that you tell that you're going to be the savior, that you are holding on to power and holding up progress. Come on, come on. We can do better than this. We are better than this. We can do better than this. And this is to everybody. This is not PNC, PVP, nothing. Because we are all guilty of being greedy. Yes, and we are all guilty at some point in time of being selfish. We're all guilty of being uncaring. You understand? We are all. I have had a past that I used to just think about myself, not even the children, you know, party, sport, women and all. And now I realize, and I could not have seen it. You are a part of it. You know what you're a part of. I could not have seen it. Let us revisit what we do. Let us rethink how we do it. And let's work together to build a better Guyana. You guys have a great day. I hope I've not been created too much of a sad atmosphere. It's just the reality and how we're feeling. Every minute hearing somebody dead. Young banner dead yesterday, full of life. Honest, genuine, hard-working banner. Nobody deserves to die. Not even the thief I would wish death upon. Because I'm going to kill them out in this. I know how we end up in the circumstance. I don't know why. If you ain't got education, you understand, you grow up in the environment, why could do? You guys take care. Love you all.